At the edge of the Northwestern Pacific Ocean, where warm and cold currents collide, a vast marine world awakens every day. This is the Sea of Japan, one of the most vibrant and biologically rich ecosystems on Earth. Every drop of water here carries a story of survival written through millions of years of evolution. From colorful coral reefs near the coast, where sunlight still penetrates the clear waters, to the dark abyss thousands of meters below the surface, the Sea of Japan contains many different ecological layers. Each level is a separate world with its own pressure, light, and rules of survival. This complex structure creates one of the most diverse biological landscapes on Earth. The biodiversity here ranks among the richest in the world, with thousands of fish species, mollusks, crustaceans, and plankton living together. They form a complex web of life where every creature is both predator and prey. This extraordinary abundance supports and sustains some of the ocean's most powerful hunters. Above the waves, seabirds circle the ocean, searching for schools of fish near the surface. Beneath them, whales, seals, and apex predators silently patrol their vast territories. All of them exist together within an ecological balance shaped over millions of years. In the journey ahead, we will follow the remarkable creatures that define this mysterious ocean world. From the resilient sea turtle traveling thousands of kilometers to the intelligent killer whale, every species plays an irreplaceable role in nature's grand design. This is a story of life, death, and the fragile balance of the ocean. Sea turtles are among the greatest travelers in the ocean. Their feeding and migration journeys can span thousands of kilometers across different seas and coastlines throughout their lives. Even more remarkable, they use Earth's magnetic field as a natural biological compass to navigate across the vast ocean. Throughout their long migrations, sea turtles stop at seagrass meadows and coral reefs rich with food to restore their energy. Their diverse diet, from seaweed and jellyfish to small crustaceans, provides the strength needed for the journey ahead. Every stop along the way is vital for their survival. When breeding season arrives, female turtles use their incredible instincts to return to the very beaches where they were born years before. Under the quiet night sky, they slowly crawl onto the shore searching for a safe, elevated place to build their nests. It is the most vulnerable moment of their entire lives. With surprisingly skillful movements, the mother turtle digs a deep nest to hold her eggs. During one nesting season, she can lay hundreds of small round eggs. After covering the nest carefully with sand, she quietly returns to the ocean, never staying to protect or raise her offspring. Weeks after being laid, hundreds of hatchlings emerge together and immediately race toward the reflected light of the ocean. But this is also the most dangerous moment of their lives. Crabs, seabirds, and other predators are waiting, turning the short journey from nest to sea into a brutal race for survival. Among the hundreds of hatchlings born from a single nest, only a tiny fraction will survive to adulthood and continue the cycle of life. This harsh survival rate is the price of existence in the wild ocean. Yet those few survivors will carry on the journey of migration and reproduction, keeping their species alive for generations to come. Among the endless colors of coral reefs, a remarkable and rare relationship unfolds every day. Clownfish live safely among the venomous tentacles of sea anemones, a place where most other fish would never dare to approach. It is one of the most famous and extensively studied examples of symbiosis in nature. The secret behind this extraordinary immunity lies in a special mucus layer covering the clownfish's entire body. Its chemical composition closely resembles that of the sea anemone itself, preventing the anemone from recognizing the clownfish as a threat or prey. This gives the clownfish a perfectly safe refuge among the many predators of the reef. In return for this protection, clownfish provide many valuable benefits to their sea anemone hosts. They remove harmful parasites, bring leftover food for the anemone to consume, and their constant movements help circulate oxygen-rich water around the tentacles. It is a perfect example of mutual benefit in nature. On a larger scale, the presence of clownfish contributes greatly to the overall health of coral reef ecosystems. They help control excessive algae growth and remove potentially harmful organisms, keeping this small but essential ecosystem in balance. A seemingly tiny link with a tremendous ecological impact. But the most fascinating secret of clownfish lies within their unique social structure. Every clownfish is born male. In each group living around a sea anemone, only the largest and strongest individual gradually transforms into the dominant female. When the dominant female dies or disappears, something extraordinary and rare in nature takes place. The second largest male begins a biological transformation, changing into the new dominant female. This unique survival strategy allows the clownfish group to maintain continuous reproduction without interruption. No creature dominates the ocean quite like the orca, also known as the killer whale. Standing firmly at the top of the marine food chain, they have almost no natural predators. Their true power comes not only from physical strength, but from remarkable intelligence and extraordinary strategic thinking. Orcas hunt in highly coordinated groups with almost perfect teamwork. They surround their prey in tightening circles, continuously forcing schools of fish into smaller areas. This sophisticated collective hunting strategy makes them some of the most effective hunters in the ocean. One of the most impressive and daring hunting techniques of orcas is their synchronized wave attack. They swim together at high speed in the same direction, creating powerful waves strong enough to wash prey from solid ice. It is a clear demonstration of their incredible teamwork and strategic planning. Within moments, the seal loses its footing and falls into the freezing water below. Instantly, the entire pod closes in with a strategy prepared in advance. The hunt ends quickly thanks to precise calculation and flawless coordination between every member of the group. What makes these hunting techniques remarkable is that they are not simply inherited instincts. They are patiently taught by mothers through years of observation, imitation, and practice. Each orcapod possesses its own unique hunting culture. Through the continuous transfer of knowledge across generations, orcas have maintained their dominant position in the ocean. This is not merely survival instinct, but a complex social culture preserved and passed down silently beneath the waves. Orcas are one of nature's greatest demonstrations of intelligence and power. As apex predators, they play a crucial role in regulating populations of other species and maintaining the long-term balance of the vast marine ecosystem. Deep within the dark ocean depths, another mysterious giant silently hides beyond human sight. The sperm whale is the largest toothed animal still living on Earth today. With a massive head that makes up nearly 1/3 of its body length and an enormous body, it is one of the most mysterious and extraordinary hunters of the deep sea. In the complete darkness of the deep ocean, sperm whales cannot rely on their eyesight to find prey. Instead, they produce powerful sequences of sounds and listen for the returning echoes. This advanced echolocation system allows them to see their prey hidden in the endless darkness below. To search for abundant prey, sperm whales regularly dive more than 1,000 meters beneath the vast ocean surface. At such extreme depths, enormous water pressure could easily crush most living creatures. Yet their bodies have evolved over millions of years to withstand these unforgiving conditions. In the deepest and darkest parts of the ocean, the sperm whale's favorite and most challenging prey is the giant squid, a mysterious creature rarely witnessed by humans. Encounters between these two giants occur in complete silence, under unimaginable pressure deep below the surface. Across the thick and rugged skin of many adult sperm whales, scientists often discover strange circular scars covering their bodies. These marks are the remains of giant squid suckers from intense battles for survival in the deep ocean. Each scar tells a mysterious story that humans have never fully witnessed. After deep dives that can last for more than an hour, sperm whales must return to the surface to breathe and replenish their oxygen supply. Their lives are an endless cycle between the warm sunlight above and the cold darkness of the ocean abyss below. Living in closely bonded family groups across many generations, sperm whales display complex social behaviors that are just as remarkable as their incredible hunting intelligence. They are a living symbol of the wonders and mysteries that still remain within today's oceans. Few creatures inspire a deeper fear of the ocean than the great white shark. Reaching lengths of up to 6 meters and possessing incredible speed, it is considered one of the most perfectly designed hunting machines ever created by evolution. The entire body of the great white shark is perfectly designed for speed and explosive power. Dense muscles and a crescent-shaped tail allow it to accelerate rapidly in an instant. This is the key behind its sudden and deadly attacks. The signature and most effective hunting strategy of the great white shark is the ambush attack from below. Hidden in the dark waters beneath their prey, they silently observe and patiently wait for the perfect moment to strike. When the perfect moment arrives, the great white launches toward the surface with incredible speed, sometimes completely breaching the water. This powerful surprise attack often determines the fate of its prey within seconds. The most terrifying weapon of the great white shark is its powerful jaw. With multiple rows of razor-sharp teeth and one of the strongest bites in the animal kingdom, few prey can escape once captured. Although feared and often misunderstood by humans, the great white shark plays an essential role in controlling prey populations and maintaining the health of marine ecosystems. Without them, the natural balance of the ocean would be disrupted. But the beautiful and vibrant world we have just witnessed is slowly changing in a worrying direction. The temperature of the Sea of Japan continues to rise year after year due to the direct impact of global warming. A change that may seem small is silently causing profound disruptions throughout the entire marine ecosystem. When ocean temperatures rise beyond their tolerance limits, coral reefs begin a devastating bleaching process, losing the symbiotic algae that provide them with color and essential energy. The home of clownfish, sea anemones, and countless other marine creatures is slowly disappearing before our eyes, day by day. Rising sea levels caused by melting ice are silently threatening the familiar beaches where mother turtles have returned to lay eggs for thousands of years. Many important nesting sites are slowly being swallowed by the ocean, making the already difficult survival journey of sea turtles even more challenging than ever before. Changes in ocean temperature are also severely disrupting food sources throughout the marine food chain. Many small fish species are forced to move toward colder waters to survive, causing predators that once depended on them to follow these shifting resources. Climate change is not the only threat. Plastic waste and other forms of human pollution are spreading into even the most remote corners of the ocean. Creatures that have dominated these waters for millions of years now face entirely new dangers that are just as unfamiliar as they are threatening. From the powerful great white shark and highly intelligent orca, to the mysterious sperm whale of the deep, the tiny clownfish, and the resilient sea turtle, every species holds a unique and irreplaceable role. The disappearance of even a single link in this ecological chain could seriously destabilize the entire system. Fortunately, more and more meaningful conservation efforts are being carried out to protect this precious and unique marine environment. From restoring damaged coral reefs to protecting sea turtle nesting beaches, humanity is gradually recognizing its great responsibility toward the ocean. The Sea of Japan is a powerful testament to the beauty and extraordinary complexity of the natural world. Protecting the ocean is not only about saving the magnificent creatures we have discovered, but also about protecting the sustainable future of our entire planet. The ocean is still quietly waiting, and the final choice now rests in our hands. The Pacific Ocean, the largest ocean on Earth, wider than all continents combined. It holds more than half of our planet's water. And beneath its calm surface lies a world that has never stopped breathing. Sunlight reaches only 200 meters, a thin layer above an abyss 11 kilometers deep. Below it lies eternal darkness, crushing pressure, and freezing cold. And yet, life endures, resilient, strange, and intelligent in ways we are only beginning to understand. The ocean is never still. Massive currents flow like the bloodstream of a living organism. They carry heat, nutrients, and life across the planet. Without these currents, life as we know it would not exist. It begins with the smallest, plankton, invisible to the naked eye. They produce over 50% of the oxygen we breathe. The greatest forces of life are often carried by the smallest unseen hands. Millions of years of evolution have shaped countless answers to one question: how to survive. Every species is a strategy. Every body is a masterpiece of intelligence. Listen closely, the library of life is opening. Orcas, killer whales. The name sounds ruthless, but the truth is far more complex. They are not solitary hunters. They are a society. And that society operates on an intelligence we are only beginning to understand. When hunting, orcas do not rush into chaos. They use strategy. One group drives the fish, another blocks escape, others attack in sequence. It takes years for a young orca to learn this entire system from its pod. Each pod has its own language, passed from mother to calf across generations. This is not instinct. This is culture. Orcas are among the few species known to transmit culture through learning. Orcas teach their young with techniques that demand patience and precision. They wait for the perfect moment. They understand space and terrain. Their intelligence is that of a general, strategic, patient, and collective. Orcas do not need the biggest prey or the strongest bodies. They need each other. The ocean's first lesson: true power lies in cooperation. For 100 million years, that is how long sharks have existed on this planet. They have survived 5 mass extinctions, events that wiped out most life on Earth. And their form has barely changed, because they reached perfection long ago. Sharks sense bioelectric fields, faint signals from a beating heart, muscle movement, flowing blood. Even hidden beneath the sand, prey cannot escape. This is not technology, it is instinct refined to perfection over millions of years. The great white hunts alone, no allies, no complex coordination. Every strike is the result of millions of years of biological optimization. This is the intelligence of perfection. When you are already enough, you do not need to change. At first glance, the hammerhead's strange head seems like a mistake of nature. But it is a masterpiece of design. eyes spaced wide apart, granting nearly 360-degree vision. They can see behind without turning, always aware of everything around them. Their wide head doubles as a powerful sensory array, expanding their electroreception. They scan the ocean floor like a living metal detector. Even a stingray buried in sand meters away cannot escape detection. This is sensory intelligence, mastering the environment with unmatched awareness. The whale shark, the largest fish on Earth. A mouth as wide as a doorway, a body the size of a bus. Yet all that power is used to feed on plankton and tiny fish. They have chosen not to play the game of violence, and that choice has become a remarkably successful survival strategy. By feeding on the ocean's most abundant resource, plankton, whale sharks avoid competition almost entirely. They live quietly, without the need to chase, without the need for speed, with few natural enemies. This is the intelligence of choice, taking the path of least conflict and lasting the longest. Octopuses have no bones, no shells, no claws. The only thing they truly possess is intelligence, and a very unusual one. 2/3 of their neurons are not in the brain, but spread across their 8 arms. Each arm can act independently, sensing, deciding, and moving without waiting for the central brain. This is distributed intelligence. No single center of control, every part can act on its own. Lose one arm, and the others continue as if nothing happened. Octopuses use tools, a rare trait in nature. They gather coconut shells as shelter, open jars for food, solve complex puzzles. They do not simply react, they think. A mother octopus stops eating while guarding her eggs, sometimes for months. When they hatch, she is often too weak to survive. This is intelligence through sacrifice, a behavior that looks remarkably like love. An octopus lives no more than 3 years. Yet in that brief time, it learns, adapts, creates, and feels. If it lived longer, how far could its intelligence go? A question science still cannot answer. Jellyfish have no brain, no heart, no blood, no bones. They are drifting bodies of water, so simple they barely seem like animals. And yet, they have existed for over 500 million years, longer than dinosaurs, longer than sharks, longer than trees. There is a species called Turritopsis dohrnii. When injured or aging, it can reverse its life cycle, returning to its juvenile form, starting over, growing again, then repeating the process. In theory, it can do this endlessly, a true form of biological immortality. The lesson of the jellyfish: perfection does not always come from complexity, but from simplicity. When you have nothing to lose, you are nearly impossible to destroy. This is the intelligence of minimalism, and therefore of endurance. Sea snakes do not hide. They want to be seen. Their vivid colors are a warning. My venom is far more potent than that of land cobras. This is chemical intelligence. Invest in the ultimate biological weapon, then display it as an invisible shield. Lionfish do not chase their prey. They lure it in through beauty and curiosity. Their spines carry neurotoxic venom. A single touch can paralyze. Their strategy: become dangerously beautiful and let the world walk into the trap. The leafy sea dragon is the pinnacle of natural camouflage. No predator can distinguish it from real seaweed. Its leaf-like appendages do not aid movement, but perfect its disguise. Evolution chose appearance over speed, and that choice ensured survival. In seahorses, the male carries and gives birth, a rare reversal in nature. They move slowly, unable to escape, yet perfect camouflage and a hidden life ensure their survival. This is the intelligence of invisibility. Sometimes not being seen is the greatest power. Every year, billions of sardines migrate along the coast of South Africa in an event known as the Sardine Run, the largest migration in the ocean. Individually, they are insignificant, but together, they form a superorganism stretching for kilometers. No leader, no command, yet they move as one. When attacked, the school reacts instantly, forming a spinning bait ball, each fish shifting position in constant motion. No single fish is in control. Each responds only to its neighbors, and from this emerges a collective intelligence. This is emergent intelligence, where no leader exists, yet the group behaves like a single mind. The lesson of the sardines is not brute strength in numbers. It is this: when individuals follow simple rules, the group becomes more intelligent than any single member. This is distributed intelligence at its largest scale, and nature has relied on it for millions of years. Dolphins are one of the few creatures in the ocean we still do not fully understand. They play without purpose. They help humans without training. They do things that suggest only one possibility: they feel something deeper. When faced with a mirror, dolphins recognize themselves, a trait shared by only a few species: great apes, elephants, and humans. Self-awareness is the first step toward consciousness. Once you know you exist, you can reflect on that existence. Dolphins reached this step long ago. Each dolphin has a unique, signature whistle, a name. They call each other, recognize one another, and remember these calls even after years apart. In an ocean without clear identity markers, individuality is preserved through sound. Dolphins have been observed helping other species, not their own kind, not for survival, simply because another being is in distress. Science struggles to define this behavior. Humans call it compassion. Perhaps the ocean discovered it long before we did. green sea turtles can live over a century. In that lifetime, they travel thousands of kilometers. From Brazil to Ascension Island, over 2,200 kilometers, and return to the very beach where they were born. No maps, no GPS, only Earth's magnetic field, encoded into their DNA from the beginning. When a female turtle returns to lay her eggs, she comes back to the exact place she was born decades earlier. No guidance, no learned memory. This is genetic memory, information passed through generations over millions of years. A coral reef is not a single organism. It is a city. Over 25% of all marine species live within reefs, though they cover less than 1% of the ocean floor. This is symbiotic intelligence, the power of interdependence. When ocean temperatures rise by just 1 to 2 degrees Celsius, corals lose the algae that sustain them. Without it, they fade and die. And when corals die, entire ecosystems collapse. This is not a metaphor, it is happening now in real time. Every year, over 8 million tons of plastic enter the ocean. Plastic does not disappear. It breaks into smaller fragments, microplastics, and infiltrates the food chain. Right now, microplastics are inside fish, inside whales, and inside us. The ocean absorbs over 90% of excess heat from climate change. It is buffering the warming for us. But it has limits. As temperatures rise, currents shift, ecosystems collapse. When the ocean can no longer absorb the heat, we will feel the consequences. When an orca lineage disappears, its language disappears with it. Millions of years of intelligence vanish without record or recovery. Each extinction is a library burning, and too many libraries are being lost. More than 1/3 of coral species are threatened. Shark populations have declined by over 70% in the last 50 years. Sea turtles, survivors of the dinosaur era, now face extinction. We are living through the 6th mass extinction. And this time, the cause has a name: us. And yet, the ocean remains. It breathes. It reproduces. It adapts. Orcas still teach their young. Octopuses still solve problems we cannot imagine. The library of life is still open. The question is, are we paying attention? Humans are the only species capable of understanding other intelligences, and also the only one capable of destroying them. Yet we are also the only ones who can choose not to. That is a form of intelligence the ocean has not evolved, the intelligence of moral choice. Orcas say, cooperation is power. Sharks say, perfection is enough. Octopuses say, adapt and transform. Jellyfish say, simplicity endures. Sardines say, unity creates intelligence. Dolphins say, know who you are. Sea turtles say, remember where you belong. Intelligence has no single form. It is not just strength, speed, or a large brain. It is anything that allows you to survive, evolve, and leave something behind. Every hatchling carries the memory of millions of years. It does not know its name. It does not understand the ocean, but it knows where to go. And that is enough. Sometimes knowing the direction is the deepest form of intelligence. The Pacific existed long before humanity, and it will exist long after us. The question is not whether the ocean needs us. The question is whether we deserve to live alongside it. At the very top of the earth lies a place few humans have ever set foot on. A realm of cold, vastness, and mystery, sealed beneath ice for millions of years. This is the Arctic, one of the last untouched frontiers of our planet. From a distance, the Arctic appears empty. No people, no sound. But this is only an illusion. Beneath the silence lies a world of astonishing life. A complex ecosystem moving to its own rhythm, relentless and unbroken. Ice here is more than frozen water. It is a living force, shifting, expanding, and constantly transforming. Winter temperatures fall to -40 degrees, cold enough to freeze breath in the air. And yet, life still finds a way to survive and grow. Time in the Arctic does not move as it does elsewhere on Earth. Winter stretches into months of complete darkness, without a single ray of sunlight. Then summer arrives and light returns, unbroken, 24 hours a day. The midnight sun is one of nature's most extraordinary gifts. For weeks at a time, the sun never dips below the horizon, bathing the world in endless light. Life here has adapted to this rhythm over thousands of years of evolution. To truly understand the Arctic, we must let go of everything we know about nature in gentler lands. This is a different language, one of ice, darkness, and vast silence. Step into this world and discover the secrets it still holds. Ice in the Arctic is never still. It behaves like a living body, drifting with currents and wind. Massive sheets fracture, collide, and rise into towering ridges of ice. The groaning and thunder of breaking ice form the Arctic's constant soundtrack, both majestic and unsettling. Up close, the ice reveals itself as a work of natural art. Cracks trace perfect geometric patterns, each one a record of temperature and pressure. Frozen air bubbles beneath the surface carry samples of ancient atmospheres, preserving thousands of years of Earth's climate history. Most of an iceberg's power lies hidden beneath the surface. The origin of the phrase, just the tip of the iceberg. A towering mass may rise 50 meters above water, while extending 200 meters below. Its deep turquoise color is born from light absorbed in the depths, a beauty shaped by nature itself. From beneath the water, the underside of the ice becomes another world, light filtering through layers in shimmering blue waves. Here live countless tiny organisms, algae, crustaceans, and larvae clinging to the ice. They form the foundation of the entire Arctic food web, sustaining everything from small fish to great whales. As spring arrives, temperatures rise and the ice begins to melt, forming pools of water across its surface. Meltwater flows into narrow channels, then gathers into temporary rivers winding across the white expanse. It is a signal that summer is coming, a great awakening after months of darkness. When massive ice blocks break and collapse into the ocean, the sound echoes like thunder. Each melting fragment marks an ending and the beginning of a new journey beneath the sea. Destruction and renewal exist side by side, the eternal rhythm of the Arctic. But not all melting is part of a natural cycle. Something is changing. In just a few decades, Arctic sea ice has shrunk dramatically, faster than any model predicted. The heart of the Arctic is slowing, and we can no longer afford to ignore it. In the depths of winter darkness, the Arctic sky ignites with ribbons of color. The aurora borealis, the northern lights, moves like vast curtains drifting in a cosmic wind. It is one of the greatest natural wonders our planet can offer. Science explains the aurora as charged particles from the sun colliding with Earth's atmosphere. Colors shift with altitude and gases: green from oxygen, red from nitrogen, violet from hydrogen. Yet, even with explanation, the aurora holds something beyond the reach of reason. Inuit and other Arctic peoples have lived beneath the aurora for thousands of years. To them, it is not just a physical phenomenon. It is the spirits of their ancestors dancing in the sky. These stories remind us that nature carries meanings beyond what science can fully explain. Then the darkness fades, and light returns in a way only the Arctic can create. The sun hovers at the horizon, casting a twilight that lingers for weeks. Golden light spreads across the frozen expanse, an endless afternoon, quietly breathtaking. Spring light awakens the entire Arctic ecosystem. A mother polar bear leads her newborn cubs out of their den for the first time, their eyes squinting in the brightness. Their lives begin in that moment, a new chapter in the Arctic's endless cycle. Light in the Arctic plays strange tricks, deceiving even the most experienced explorers. The phenomenon known as fata morgana creates mirages, floating castles, distant islands, ships suspended in air. For centuries, These illusions have misled travelers, turning the Arctic into a realm where reality and illusion blur. When the aurora fades, another spectacle begins. A night sky untouched by light pollution. The Milky Way stretches from horizon to horizon, billions of stars shimmering like dusted diamonds. Standing beneath it, one feels more than ever how small we are within the universe. Beneath meters of solid ice lies a world few human eyes have ever seen. The Arctic Ocean, dark, frigid, and under immense pressure, is a place where life flourishes in extraordinary ways. It is one of the richest marine regions on Earth, sustained by warmer currents from the south. In spring, as the ice recedes, sunlight floods the ocean after months of darkness. Algae bloom within days, a feast that ignites the entire food chain. Millions of fish gather into vast shoals stretching for kilometers, one of the ocean's most breathtaking spectacles. Beluga whales, often called the canaries of the sea, are true natives of the Arctic. Their white color serves not only as camouflage but also as an adaptation to extreme cold. They communicate through complex sounds that travel vast distances beneath the dark ocean. The bowhead whale is the largest animal capable of living year-round in the Arctic and among the most intelligent in the ocean. Its skull is strong enough to break through ice up to 60 centimeters thick to breathe. With lifespans exceeding 200 years, some individuals may have swum beneath ice that no longer exists today. In the dark depths of the Arctic seabed live creatures still not fully understood by science. Arctic octopuses survive near freezing temperatures, their blood containing special proteins that prevent their cells from freezing. It is a perfect example of evolution's brilliance. Life always finds a way to endure. The lion's mane jellyfish, the largest in the world, drifts through the cold Arctic seas. Its bell can exceed 2 meters, with tentacles stretching up to 30 meters, longer than a blue whale. Floating silently in the dark, it captures prey with venomous strands, like living meteors of the ocean. From beneath the ocean, the ice above becomes a second sky, a ceiling of frozen light. It is a reversed world, where above and below lose their meaning. And within this strange inversion, life finds its own balance and harmony. At the top of the Arctic food chain stands a creature perfected over millions of years, the polar bear. Weighing up to 700 kilograms, with thick fat and insulating fur, it is the apex predator of the frozen world. Yet beneath its power lies remarkable intelligence and a complex social life. The polar bear's primary hunting method demands extraordinary patience. It can wait motionless beside a breathing hole for hours. When a seal surfaces, the strike is instant, precise, decisive, final. This is survival as an art, passed from mother to cub over thousands of years. Polar bears are powerful swimmers, capable of traveling hundreds of kilometers in icy waters. For the first 2 years, a mother teaches her cub everything it needs to survive. It is a bond of care and devotion, not unlike how humans raise their young. Ringed seals are among the most vital links in the Arctic ecosystem, prey for polar bears and sustenance for many others. Their thick blubber insulates them from near-freezing waters and stores energy for winter. By maintaining multiple breathing holes, they ensure a constant escape route. Musk oxen are living remnants of the Ice Age, once roaming alongside mammoths. Their dense coat is a natural insulator, finer than cashmere and exceptionally warm. Their defensive circle formation is ancient, an instinct written deep into their DNA. Each year, caribou undertake one of the largest land migrations on Earth, hundreds of thousands traveling vast distances. Guided by ancient instinct, they move without maps or compass. The thunder of their hooves echoes across the land, a symbol of collective strength. The Arctic fox embodies perfect adaptation. White in winter, brown-gray in summer. It can endure temperatures as low as -70 degrees without shivering, its body finely tuned to conserve heat. These small creatures are powerful reminders of life's resilience. Arctic summer transforms coastal cliffs into the busiest cities on Earth. Millions of seabirds crowd every ledge, while whales, seals, and bears gather to exploit the abundance of food. It is the Arctic's great summer feast, a brief but powerful explosion of life before winter returns. The walrus, with tusks up to 1 meter long and weighing as much as 2 tons, is one of the Arctic's most imposing animals. They gather in massive herds, crowding ice and shorelines to rest and stay warm. Their tusks serve not only as weapons, but as tools for climbing, status symbols, and instruments of survival. Orcas, or killer whales, are the ocean's most intelligent predators. Even polar bears avoid them in open water. They hunt in coordinated groups, using complex strategies to surround and share prey. Orcas possess culture. Each pod has its own language and hunting techniques, passed down through generations. All of these creatures converge at a single place, the ice edge, where frozen sea meets open water. It is the Arctic's most vital ecological boundary, rich in nutrients and life. Disrupt this fragile line, and the entire ecosystem begins to collapse. A chain reaction with no clear end. This is an image no one wants to see. A polar bear stranded on a shrinking piece of ice in a vast ocean. It depends on ice to hunt, to reproduce, to survive, and that ice is vanishing faster than it can adapt. This is not the story of one animal. It is the story of an entire world collapsing. data does not lie. The Arctic is warming 4 times faster than the rest of the planet. Average January temperatures have risen by more than 3 degrees Celsius in just 50 years. Each degree means millions of square kilometers of ice lost, species pushed to the brink, and food chains disrupted. As permafrost thaws, it releases vast amounts of methane trapped for thousands of years. Methane is up to 80 times more potent than CO2 in the short term, creating a dangerous feedback loop. It is a climate time bomb, once triggered, nearly impossible to stop. Climate change in the Arctic is not just environmental. It is a humanitarian crisis. Inuit communities are losing their homes, culture, and way of life built over thousands of years. Rising seas, shifting land, and disappearing wildlife are erasing a familiar world within a single generation. Ironically, melting ice is opening new shipping routes, cutting thousands of kilometers from global trade. Nations and corporations rush to exploit resources once locked beneath ice. The question is, are we burning our own house just to stay warm? Scientists are working tirelessly to understand what is happening. Each ice core is a page in Earth's climate history. Ancient air trapped in ice reveals the past. And the data tells a troubling story. The current rate of change has not been seen in at least 2 million years. This bear does not know where it is going. It only follows instinct, searching for what once was always there. But the ice is gone, and no one can explain why. In this moment, the silence of nature speaks louder than any human warning. But the story of the Arctic is not over, and there are those still fighting to rewrite its ending. Indigenous communities, scientists, and activists are working together, blending traditional knowledge with modern technology. They believe that if humanity created this problem, it also holds the power to solve it. Each spring, new cubs are born, curious, playful, and full of life in a world they do not yet understand. They are the embodiment of hope, life continuing despite overwhelming challenges. The question is not whether they want to survive, but whether we will give them the chance. At first glance, the sea appears calm and peaceful. Yet beneath the gentle waves lies a world in constant motion. The waters of Abrolhos protect some of the oldest secrets of life, where thousands of species exist together in a remarkable balance. As sunlight penetrates the clear blue water, an ecological maze slowly comes into view. Each layer of the ocean forms its own world, governed by unique rules and inhabited by different communities of life. In the ocean, every boundary is fluid, and every ecosystem is connected. Ocean currents flow silently like the circulatory system of the sea. They transport nutrients, oxygen, and life across vast distances. These invisible rivers determine where ecosystems flourish and where the ocean becomes far less productive. Coral reefs rise like living underwater cities, providing shelter and food for countless marine creatures. Every crevice and every coral branch becomes a home for different species. In this ecosystem, every available space is put to use. From the tiniest marine organisms to the ocean's giants, every creature plays a role in a shared cycle of life. Each species contributes to maintaining the delicate balance of the ecosystem. Together, they perform nature's endless dance of survival. As we descend deeper, sunlight gradually disappears and the environment changes completely. The ocean is not a single world, but many worlds stacked one above another. Our journey into these hidden realms has only just begun. Sunlight beneath the waves is never still. Constantly shifting beams create moving patches of light and shadow across the seafloor. For many marine animals, light is more than illumination. It is a powerful tool for survival. Within the reef's shadows, small fish find temporary refuge from predators. Blending perfectly into their surroundings, they become almost invisible. Yet this protection lasts only as long as the darkness can conceal them. While prey seek shelter in the shadows, predators use light to disguise their own approach. They move silently through the water, patiently waiting for the perfect moment to launch a precise attack. The chase lasts only seconds, yet it determines the fate of both hunter and prey. There is no room for mistakes and no second chances. It is a timeless law that has governed life beneath the waves for millions of years. In the ocean, light and shadow are more than natural phenomena. They form an invisible battlefield where survival is decided. Every movement and every decision can mean the difference between life and death. This silent contest repeats itself every day, from sunrise until sunset. Across the vast ocean, humpback whales glide gracefully like enormous living ships. Beneath their massive bodies lies extraordinary strength and resilience shaped by millions of years of evolution. They stand among the most majestic symbols of the marine world. Every year, humpback whales travel thousands of kilometers from cold, food-rich waters to warm breeding grounds. Without maps or compasses, they navigate with remarkable precision using natural cues that scientists are still working to understand. It is one of the greatest migrations on Earth. To sustain bodies weighing tens of tons, humpback whales consume vast quantities of krill and small fish each day. Their baleen plates act as giant filters, trapping food while seawater flows back out. It is a powerful reminder that the ocean's largest animals depend on some of its smallest creatures. When a humpback whale bursts from the ocean in a spectacular breach, the sea itself seems to come alive. The leap is not only a display of incredible power, but also a symbol of the endurance required to cross thousands of kilometers of open ocean. It is one of nature's most breathtaking spectacles. On land, penguins appear slow and awkward. But the moment they enter the water, they transform into remarkably agile swimmers. The ocean is the environment they were truly designed to master. Beneath the clear blue water, penguins race through the sea with astonishing speed. Their streamlined bodies and wing-like flippers allow them to maneuver effortlessly while chasing prey. Every movement reflects millions of years of evolutionary refinement. Penguins rarely hunt alone. Working together, they herd schools of fish into tight groups, greatly increasing their chances of success. In the ocean, teamwork often proves far more powerful than individual strength. Yet even skilled hunters can become prey. The appearance of an orca or a shark is enough to send an entire penguin colony scattering in every direction. In the ocean, no species exists outside the endless cycle of predator and prey. Among the ocean's powerful predators, the giant manta ray glides like a graceful underwater dancer. With broad wings that resemble those of a bird, it drifts effortlessly through the sea. Its strength lies not in aggression, but in elegance and quiet harmony with the ocean. Manta rays feed on microscopic plankton that are nearly invisible to the naked eye. As they swim, they open their enormous mouths and filter thousands of liters of seawater every hour, collecting these tiny organisms. It is one of the ocean's most peaceful yet highly efficient feeding strategies. At times, manta rays gather in groups and swim in graceful circles, creating underwater spirals that concentrate plankton into dense patches. This clever behavior allows them to feed more efficiently while using very little energy. Cooperation, it seems, is not limited to predators alone. By feeding on vast amounts of plankton, manta rays help maintain the balance of the marine ecosystem. Gentle and peaceful by nature, they remain an essential link in the ocean's web of life. Sometimes, nature's greatest strength is found in quiet harmony rather than force. If the ocean has a true apex predator, it is the orca. Combining immense strength with remarkable adaptability, these marine mammals sit at the very top of the food chain. Few ocean creatures are capable of challenging them. Orcas owe their success not only to strength but also to extraordinary intelligence. They hunt cooperatively using sophisticated strategies that are learned and passed down through generations. Remarkably, different pods have developed their own unique hunting traditions. Some orca pods create powerful waves to wash seals from floating ice. Others cooperate to herd schools of fish into tight formations before attacking together. These remarkable techniques are not simply instinct. They are learned behaviors passed from one generation to the next, forming a true animal culture. In the eyes of an orca lies remarkable focus, patience, and intelligence. Rather than relying on strength alone, they observe, cooperate, and adapt to every hunting situation. Orcas remind us that intelligence can be the greatest weapon in nature. As we descend deeper into the ocean, sunlight gradually disappears until only endless darkness remains. Tiny flashes of bioluminescence become the only visible light. This is one of the most extreme and mysterious environments on Earth. In the deep ocean, giant squid drift silently like ghosts beneath the waves. They inhabit depths that humans rarely have the opportunity to observe. Despite inspiring legends for centuries, these mysterious creatures still keep many of their secrets hidden. Deep-sea sharks have evolved extraordinary adaptations for life in near-total darkness. Their enlarged eyes capture every trace of available light, while their bodies are designed to conserve precious energy. In this world, survival depends more on adaptation than on speed or strength. Beneath the seemingly lifeless depths, every creature possesses unique survival strategies refined over millions of years. Even without sunlight, life continues to flourish in extraordinary ways. It is one of the greatest testaments to the resilience and wonder of the ocean. If the ocean has cities, then coral reefs are its greatest architectural masterpieces. Millions of tiny coral polyps work together over thousands of years to build these magnificent structures. They form one of the richest and most diverse ecosystems on Earth. Every crevice and coral branch provides shelter and food for countless marine creatures. Schools of colorful fish, shrimp, crabs, and microscopic organisms all share this remarkable underwater home. Their incredible diversity is what gives coral reefs their extraordinary vitality. Coral reefs also serve as nurseries for countless marine species. Eggs and larvae find shelter among the coral branches until they are strong enough to venture into the open ocean. Without healthy reefs, many marine life cycles would be severely disrupted. Coral reefs cannot be built overnight. Layer by layer, century after century, coral colonies slowly create the magnificent structures we see today. Every centimeter of coral represents an extraordinary investment of time and nature's patience. Coral reefs demonstrate one of nature's finest examples of ecological balance, where every species plays an irreplaceable role. Thousands of relationships, both cooperative and competitive, have maintained this ecosystem for millennia. Yet even this remarkable balance can be disrupted by rapid environmental change. Deep beneath the waves, ancient shipwrecks rest silently as witnesses to history. Once symbols of humanity's ambition to conquer the seas, they have now become an inseparable part of the underwater world. Time has transformed tragedy into the beginning of new life. Remarkably, a shipwreck is not the end of the story. Over time, corals colonize its surface while fish and countless other creatures transform its empty compartments into safe shelters. Gradually, the wreck evolves into a thriving artificial reef that supports an entire marine community. What was once a place of loss has become a thriving home for thousands of marine animals. Nature never forgets the past, yet it possesses an extraordinary ability to create new beginnings. This remarkable power of renewal is one of the ocean's greatest wonders. As we descend deeper, the ocean becomes darker and more extreme. Thousands of meters below the surface, sunlight disappears completely, and the immense pressure would crush most land animals. Yet even in this seemingly inhospitable world, extraordinary life continues to thrive. The inhabitants of the abyss possess forms unlike anything found elsewhere on Earth. Some have transparent bodies, others generate their own light, while many display extraordinary adaptations unique to the deep sea. Each feature is the result of millions of years of evolution in perpetual darkness. Within this eternal darkness, life follows its own extraordinary rules. There is no sunlight, no forests, and no colorful coral reefs, only remarkable adaptations that make survival possible. The deep abyss reminds us that life can endure even in the harshest environments imaginable. From the sunlit surface to the darkest ocean depths, every living creature is connected within an intricate web of life. Whales, orcas, manta rays, coral reefs, and countless other species together create a balanced ecosystem shaped over millions of years of evolution. It is the ocean's greatest symphony. Yet this delicate ecosystem is facing growing pressure from human activity. Plastic pollution, climate change, overfishing, and underwater noise are reaching every layer of the ocean. What nature has spent thousands of years building can be damaged in only a few decades. The ocean has sustained life on Earth since the earliest days of our planet. Protecting it means safeguarding not only whales, coral reefs, and extraordinary marine life, but also the future of humanity itself. For within every wave and every drop of seawater lies the future of all life on Earth.
This is the darkest place on our planet. Not outer space, not a cave, not the depths of a forest. It lies directly beneath your feet, 11 kilometers below the ocean's surface. Sunlight can only penetrate the first 300 meters of the ocean. Below that lies the twilight zone, then the midnight zone, and finally, absolute darkness. Challenger Deep is 36 times deeper, where no ray of sunlight has ever reached. If Mount Everest were placed inside the Mariana Trench, its peak would still sit 2 kilometers underwater. This is the lowest point on Earth's surface. And for centuries, humanity knew almost nothing about it. More people have walked on the moon than have visited the deepest ocean. Challenger Deep is more remote than the International Space Station. And what scientists discovered there could change how we understand life forever. Scientists discovered life here. not fragile organisms barely surviving, but entire ecosystems, thriving and stranger than anything imagined on distant planets. This is the story of Earth's deepest abyss and its final mystery. The Mariana Trench lies in the Western Pacific Ocean, about 300 kilometers from the island of Guam. It stretches for 2,550 kilometers, longer than the width of the United States. But its true fame comes from its unimaginable depth. Earth's surface is divided into massive tectonic plates that constantly move. Here, the older and heavier Pacific Plate dives beneath the smaller Mariana Plate, tearing the ocean crust apart and forming the deepest scar on the planet. What makes the Mariana Trench so deep is the age of the ocean crust. It is 170 million years old. Dating back to the age of dinosaurs. Older crust is colder, denser, and sinks deeper into the planet. From the surface to 200 meters lies the sunlight zone. Home to dolphins, sharks, and coral reefs. Below 1,000 meters begins the midnight zone, where darkness and crushing cold dominate. But beyond 6,000 meters lies the Hadal zone. A strange world where pressure reshapes the rules of life itself. The pressure at Challenger Deep is more than 1,000 times stronger than at sea level. It's like placing 50 Boeing 747 airplanes on an area the size of your fingertip. Any object not specially reinforced would be crushed instantly. Temperatures at the bottom range between just 1 and 4 degrees Celsius, nearly freezing. No sunlight reaches this depth, and no warm ocean currents can penetrate it. This is the coldest, darkest, and most silent environment on Earth. You sit inside a steel sphere, smaller than a refrigerator. Outside, 11 kilometers of freezing seawater press against every centimeter of the hull. And the only sound you hear is the metal creaking under unimaginable pressure. On January 23, 1960, two men prepared to attempt something no one had ever done before. U.S. Navy Lieutenant Don Walsh and Swiss engineer Jacques Piccard were about to descend to the deepest point on Earth. The Trieste was unlike any submarine ever built. Above sat a massive tank holding 85,000 liters of gasoline for buoyancy. Below hung a steel sphere 12 centimeters thick, barely 2 meters wide. No cameras, no robotic arms, no rescue system. Just 2 men and a mission. The descent lasted 4 hours and 47 minutes in total darkness. Walsh and Picard could see nothing, only hearing the water, each other's breathing, and the creaking of metal. Then, at 9,000 meters, a terrifying bang echoed through the hull. A plexiglass window on the outside had cracked under pressure, shaking the entire vessel. Walsh and Picard faced a choice: ascend immediately or continue descending deeper. They looked at each other and made their decision: to keep going. At 1:06 p.m., the Trieste touched the bottom of Challenger Deep at a depth of 10,916 meters. The temperature inside the cabin had dropped to just 7 degrees Celsius. Exhausted and shivering, they had only 20 minutes before beginning the ascent. Picard reported seeing a flatfish about 30 centimeters long gliding slowly across the sediment. Then small shrimp appeared. Movement, life. Perfectly ordinary life at the very bottom of the abyss. Challenger Deep was not empty. Something was living there. After that historic dive, no one returned to Challenger Deep for more than 50 years. The Trieste carried no cameras and collected no samples. 2 eyewitness accounts were the only evidence. The US Navy abandoned the effort. The cost was enormous, and the scientific return seemed too small. Scientists shifted to using remotely operated vehicles, or ROVs. These machines could send back images and samples, but they lacked the flexibility of human exploration. The Mariana Trench remained largely forgotten until a Hollywood director entered the story. On March 26, 2012, filmmaker James Cameron climbed inside the submersible Deep Sea Challenger. The director of Titanic and Avatar was about to descend alone to the deepest point on Earth. This time, there were cameras, scientific instruments, and tools to truly study the abyss. Cameron sat inside a cockpit so cramped he could barely stretch his arms. A window 24 centimeters thick separated him from the crushing pressure outside. After 2 hours and 36 minutes, he became the third human in history to reach Challenger Deep. Cameron described the landscape as desolate, almost like the moon. No large animals appeared, yet the sediment samples he collected revealed 68 previously unknown species of microbes. Cameras also captured microbial mats thriving through chemosynthesis, life that survives without sunlight. In May 2019, American explorer Victor Vescovo reached a record depth of 10,927 meters. But he did not stop after one dive. Vescovo returned repeatedly, allowing humans for the first time to systematically explore the deepest part of the ocean. Vescovo's team discovered rocks coated in vivid yellow and orange minerals, evidence of deep geological activity. They also identified 4 new species of amphipods, shrimp-like creatures perfectly adapted to the crushing pressure of the abyss. Then, Vescovo saw something no one wanted to find in the deepest place on Earth. Resting on the floor of Challenger Deep, nearly 11 kilometers below the surface, was a plastic bag and candy wrappers. He later described it as the most disappointing moment of the entire expedition. Scientists brought the captured deep-sea creatures back to the laboratory and analyzed their tissues. The results were shocking. Nearly every animal examined contained microplastics. Plastic from the surface had sunk 11 kilometers down, and the creatures here are consuming it. This discovery shocked the scientific community. No part of the ocean, no matter how deep or remote, remains untouched by human activity. The Mariana Trench is not only the deepest place on Earth, it has also become a mirror reflecting humanity's impact on the planet. The Mariana snailfish is the deepest living fish ever recorded, surviving at depths beyond 8,000 meters. Its body is almost transparent, lacking a swim bladder and built mostly from soft cartilage. It represents the absolute limit of vertebrate life on Earth. Giant amphipods, relatives of shrimp, can grow up to 18 centimeters in the Mariana Trench. Scientists discovered they reinforce their exoskeletons with aluminum, something no other known animal does. They extract the metal directly from deep-sea sediments. The Dumbo octopus, named for its ear-like fins, is one of the deepest living octopus species known. Unlike shallow water octopuses, it lacks an ink sac. At these depths, predators are rare, so elaborate defense mechanisms are unnecessary. Xenophyophores are the largest single-celled organisms ever discovered. A single cell can grow to the size of a tennis ball. Spread across the ocean floor like alien flowers, they challenge many biological assumptions about the limits of life. Between August and November 2021, China's Fendausha submersible completed 33 dives into the Mariana Trench. Scientists collected more than 1,600 sediment samples and discovered over 7,000 microbial species, nearly 89% of them previously unknown to science. Thousands of tube worms and giant clams form dense colonies on the trench floor, resembling an underwater forest. These organisms survive through chemosynthesis, using chemical energy leaking from the Earth's crust instead of sunlight. It is the deepest chemosynthetic ecosystem ever discovered. The Mariana Trench teaches us something extraordinary. Life does not require sunlight, comfortable temperatures, or the conditions we once believed were essential. But it also teaches us something else. No place on Earth is truly beyond the reach of humanity. Even 11 kilometers beneath the ocean's surface, our presence can be found. The darkest place on our planet is still waiting to be explored. The only question is this: when we return, will we bring science or more pollution? You look at the ocean's surface and think you are seeing the Atlantic, but that surface is only a curtain, a thin sheet of glass separating our world from an entirely different one below. "99% of this ocean's volume exists where there is no light, no warmth, no familiar sound, and yet it is still full of life."
With every meter you descend, something changes. Light weakens, colors disappear in sequence. Red first, then orange, yellow, green. Only blue remains. Then violet. Then nothing. Darkness does not arrive from one direction. It comes from everywhere at once, slowly and completely consuming everything.
Before we descend deeper, look at the smallest life in the upper layer.
Phytoplankton, single-celled organisms invisible to the naked eye, produce more than 50% of the oxygen in Earth's atmosphere. Not rainforests, not the Amazon. These microscopic drifters, suspended in the top 200 meters of the Atlantic, are what keep you breathing.
This is a bait ball. Millions of herrings gather into a dense sphere and move as if they were a single organism. No leader, no central command. Each fish reacts only to its nearest neighbor, and from millions of simple decisions emerges a collective intelligence powerful enough to deceive sharks and tuna for hours.
Funnus finis, the Atlantic bluefin tuna. 3 meters long, weighing over 600 kilograms, capable of bursts up to 70 kilometers per hour. They are warm-blooded, rare among fish, maintaining a body temperature higher than the surrounding water to maximize muscle performance. Each year they migrate from the Caribbean to Norway and back, tens of thousands of kilometers with no maps, no GPS, guided only by Earth's magnetic field.
Dolphins are not just intelligent, they have names. Each dolphin produces a unique signature whistle, like an acoustic fingerprint, and others in the pod call them by it. They remember companions after years apart. They teach their young hunting techniques through demonstration. The Atlantic is home to minds like these, right at the surface, right before our eyes.
Dermacheles coriacea, the leatherback turtle, the largest living reptile, weighing up to 900 kilograms. They dive deeper than 1,200 meters to hunt jellyfish, prey they pursue across the Atlantic. This species has existed for 100 million years, surviving the extinction that wiped out the dinosaurs. And now, they face the greatest threat in their history, us.
Cyanea capillata, the lion's mane jellyfish, one of the longest animals ever recorded, its tentacles stretching up to 37 meters, longer than a blue whale. No brain, no heart, no blood, a body made of 95% water. And yet, it hunts, reproduces, and has existed for 500 million years, long before fish first appeared on Earth.
The Sargasso Sea is the only sea on Earth without a shoreline, its boundaries defined by 4 surrounding currents. The floating mats of golden sargassum form a complete ecosystem. Hundreds of species cling to it, hide within it, feed upon one another, entirely dependent on this drifting forest. It is also where European eels travel over 6,000 kilometers to spawn, and then die.
200 meters. Sunlight officially ends here. Above is the world you know. Below is a world humanity has only just begun to glimpse. More than 80% of the ocean floor has never been directly observed. What we are about to enter, much of it is being told for the first time. Let's keep descending.
The mesopelagic layer, also known as the twilight zone, stretches from 200 to 1,000 meters. This is a realm of perpetual dusk, where day and night lose their meaning, and light becomes only a faint memory from above. Few people realize this zone holds the largest animal biomass on the planet, more than all surface fish combined, yet we know almost nothing about it.
Myctophidae, lanternfish. These tiny fish, only a few centimeters long, may be the most abundant fish on Earth by total biomass. Each night, they rise to the surface to feed. Each morning, they descend into darkness to avoid predators. This vertical journey of hundreds of meters, repeated every 24 hours, is the largest migration on the planet, and almost no one knows it exists.
A siphonophore is not a single organism, but a colony. Thousands of tiny individuals called zooids are linked together. Each evolved to specialize in a single task: hunting, digestion, reproduction, propulsion. None can survive alone. It represents one of the most blurred boundaries between individual and collective in the natural world, and some species grow up to 50 meters long.
Vampiroteuthis infernalis, the vampire squid from hell, a scientific name that lives up to its meaning. Neither true octopus nor true squid, it is the last surviving member of an ancient evolutionary lineage. When threatened, it turns itself inside out like a cloak, exposing sharp spines, and releases not black ink, but clouds of bioluminescent light, turning darkness into illumination.
Humboldt squid communicate by changing the color of their skin. Millions of chromatophores expand and contract in an instant, producing complex flashing signals we have yet to decode. They hunt cooperatively, coordinating attacks without sound, using only light. It is a complete language, written on skin, read by sight, in total darkness.
Regalachus glesnae, the oarfish. Reaching up to 11 meters, it is the longest bony fish on Earth. For centuries, oarfish appearing near shore were believed to signal earthquakes and tsunamis, not entirely without basis, as they inhabit tectonic fault zones. They were never filmed alive in their natural habitat until 2001. Before that, we only knew them from bodies washed ashore.
Marine snow. The remains of phytoplankton, animal waste, mineral shells of microorganisms all clump into tiny particles and fall continuously from the surface. It is the only food supply for life below the light zone. But marine snow is also a carbon pathway, carrying atmospheric CO2 to the ocean floor. The Atlantic is absorbing humanity's carbon and burying it for thousands of years. Every second, every day.
Isurus oxyrhynchus, the short-fin mako shark, the fastest shark in the ocean, reaching 70 kilometers per hour and leaping up to 6 meters above the surface. Like the bluefin tuna, makos are warm-blooded, maintaining elevated body temperatures to maximize muscle and brain performance while hunting. They can detect prey movement through electroreceptors across their snouts.
Every night at sunset, an extraordinary event unfolds across the global ocean. Billions of organisms, lanternfish, shrimp, small squid, copepods, rise from the depths to feed at the surface, then descend before dawn. This vertical migration moves vast amounts of carbon from surface waters to the deep ocean each night, one of the most important mechanisms regulating Earth's climate, and we are only beginning to understand it.
Copepods, smaller than a grain of rice, may be the most numerous animals on Earth. Trillions are drifting in the Atlantic right now. They are the central link in the entire marine food web, feeding on phytoplankton eaten by small fish, and ultimately sustaining whales. If copepods disappeared, the ocean ecosystem would collapse within weeks.
Architeuthis ducks, the giant squid, growing up to 13 meters long with the largest eyes in the animal kingdom, 27 centimeters wide, the size of a dinner plate, designed to capture the faintest photons in the darkness. For centuries, they were legend, the Viking kraken, the sailor's sea monster. Not until 2004 were they first photographed alive in their natural habitat, and much about them remains unknown.
During World War II, the U.S. Navy discovered something strange. Sonar repeatedly misread the ocean floor. They called it the false bottom. Later, scientists realized it was the deep scattering layer, a dense concentration of organisms reflecting sound waves like solid ground. Billions of creatures gathered at the edge of light, forming a biological layer so thick, sonar mistook it for rock. War had accidentally uncovered one of the greatest ecological phenomena of the ocean.
"1,000 meters. Sunlight does not exist here. Not a single photon from the sun reaches this layer. Temperature, 4 degrees Celsius. Pressure, 100 atmospheres, 100 times surface pressure. This is the bathypelagic zone, the realm of true darkness, stretching from 1,000 to 4,000 meters, and it holds more mysteries than everything we have discovered above."
Melanocetus johnsoni, the black anglerfish. The female carries a biological lure on her head, its tip filled with bioluminescent bacteria, the only trap she needs. Prey approaches out of curiosity or mistake and disappears into elastic jaws capable of swallowing something twice her size. Her stomach can expand almost endlessly. In this darkness, you never know when the next meal will come.
Male anglerfish are up to 60 times smaller than females. When he encounters a female, he bites into her skin and begins to fuse, circulatory, nervous, and digestive systems gradually connecting before dissolving. Eventually, the male is no longer an independent individual. He becomes an appendage of the female, existing only to provide sperm. This is one of the most extreme forms of biological integration in nature.
Dragonfish possess a weapon no prey here is prepared for: infrared light. Most deep-sea creatures cannot see infrared because evolution never created sensors for something absent from their environment. Dragonfish use it as a stealth flashlight, illuminating prey without the prey knowing it is being lit. They truly see in the darkness, while everything around them remains blind.
Macropinna microstoma, the bear eye fish. Its head is completely transparent, like a diving helmet, allowing its tubular eyes to rotate freely inside, looking upward to detect faint backlit prey silhouettes, then rotating forward to strike. We did not know this until 2004, because bringing them to the surface shattered the transparent dome. For decades, we described the species incorrectly. Chaliotis sloani, the viperfish. Fangs so long it cannot close its mouth, curving outward to form an inescapable trap. Along its belly, photophores emit light matching the faint glow from above, allowing it to disappear when viewed from below. In this darkness, even darkness itself becomes a weapon. Grimpeteuthis, the Dumbo octopus, lives between 1,000 and 7,000 meters, the deepest living octopus known. Its body is nearly transparent, lacking an ink sock because concealment is unnecessary where there is no light. They do not follow seasonal reproductive cycles like surface species. Females carry eggs and can lay them year-round when conditions allow. In eternal darkness, time operates differently. Himantolophus, the deep-sea football fish. Its round body is an adaptation. No streamlined scales for speed, because speed does not matter here. Energy conservation does. It barely swims, hovering and waiting. Its lure emits silver light, different from the common blue, attracting prey accustomed to blue glows. In the darkness, even the color of light is strategy. In absolute darkness, some species evolved in the opposite direction. Instead of dark camouflage, they became transparent. There is nothing to see as light passes through like air. This is the most perfect invisibility possible, not by blending into the background, but by erasing one's shadow entirely in a world without light. Mantis shrimp can strike with acceleration faster than a bullet, 23 meters per second in under 3 milliseconds. The punch creates cavitation bubbles, low pressure bubbles that collapse at temperatures as hot as the surface of the sun for a fraction of a second. Even if the direct hit misses, the shockwave can kill the prey. They carry a miniature nuclear-level physical weapon in their claws. Deep-sea hatchetfish practice camouflage known as counter-illumination. Their bellies glow through photophores at precisely the same intensity as the faint light from above. Viewed from below, they vanish into the background and cast no shadow. Predators see nothing. It is optical stealth technology, perfect, battery-free, evolved over millions of years. Acanthoster plancy, the crown of thorns starfish. Not a deep-sea species, but a perfect example of how one species can destroy an entire ecosystem. Each individual consumes coral. During outbreaks, they blanket and eliminate entire reefs in months. Ecosystems built over centuries erased in a single season. And outbreaks are becoming more frequent as oceans warm.
Somniosis microphocephalus, the Greenland shark, the longest living vertebrate known on Earth. Radiocarbon analysis of islands tissue suggests one individual lived over 400 years, born before Galileo invented the telescope. They grow so slowly, they reach sexual maturity only at 150 years. In 2 degrees Celsius water, time literally moves slower.
Sperm whales dive to 2,000 meters and can hold their breath for over 90 minutes. In total darkness, they hunt giant squid using echolocation, producing the loudest clicks in the animal kingdom, 230 decibels, powerful enough to stun or kill prey before contact. Many sperm whales bear large circular scars, marks left by giant squid tentacles in battles no human has ever witnessed. Stillness is the most effective hunting strategy in darkness. Many species here never actively chase prey. They wait. Day after day, month after month, hovering or lying motionless, consuming minimal energy. When prey comes close enough, in an instant. Where food is scarce and energy more precious than gold, patience is not a virtue, it is survival. "4,000 meters. The seafloor. Not rock, but mud. Fine sediment tens of meters thick, accumulated from marine snow over millions of years. This is the abyssal plain, the flattest and most extensive terrain on Earth, stretching thousands of kilometers unchanged, silent, dark, and cold. And still, life exists here, though no one knows exactly what kind or how much." 3,800 meters beneath the Atlantic, 700 kilometers from Newfoundland. RMS Titanic has rested here since the night of April 15, 1912. But this is no longer just a wreck. It is a complete ecosystem. Coral clings to the railings, fish move through corridors once filled with people. Octopus inhabit rooms that were once first-class cabins. Halomonas titanica, bacteria named after the ship itself, are consuming Titanic from within. They feed on iron, excreting intricate rust formations called rusticles, up to 90 centimeters long, housing entire microbial communities inside. Scientists estimate Titanic may fully collapse within the next 30 years. The ship is being slowly digested by millions of invisible organisms. In 1912, this was the most luxurious ship ever built. Crystal fountains, grand staircases, private refrigeration for each cabin. Now, nothing remains. Wood consumed by bacteria, carpets and curtains dissolved, only metal and mud endure. Yet within that mud, thousands of objects remain intact. Leather shoes, wine bottles still holding wine, silverware still gleaming in ROV light after more than a century. From the 15th to 18th centuries, hundreds of Spanish galleons carried gold and silver from the Americas to Europe, and many never arrived. Storms, reefs, pirates, the Atlantic took its share. Billions in treasure may still lie undiscovered in these wrecks, yet more valuable now, they have become coral reefs, habitats for hundreds of species that could not survive without them. The U.S. East Coast from Florida to Cape Hatteras. Sailors in World War II called it Torpedo Junction. German U-boats hunted here from 1942, sinking hundreds of ships within months, sometimes within sight of shore. Now the wrecks of U-boats and Allied vessels lie side by side beneath the sea, coral covering both, hostility dissolved in time. SS Thistlegorm, a British military supply ship bombed in 1941, sank with its cargo intact. Trucks, motorcycles, rifles, boots, boxed watches. Today, everything remains as it was loaded, neatly arranged yet covered in coral and anemones. Fish swim through motorcycles like a forest. War created a sanctuary. Henrietta Marie, a British slave ship wrecked in 1700 off Florida. When divers found it in 1972, they discovered hundreds of iron shackles scattered across the seabed. An estimated 200 Africans were chained in its hold when it sank. This wreck stands as physical evidence of one of humanity's darkest chapters, resting silently beneath the Atlantic for 3 centuries. Not only ships, the Atlantic is also a graveyard for thousands of aircraft. B-17 bombers flying from America to Britain often ran out of fuel and ditched at sea. Crews were rescued, the planes were not. Now, these flying fortresses lie on the seabed like rusted steel monuments, cockpits intact, tailguns still facing backward, waiting for enemies that will never come again. In 1968, the U.S. nuclear submarine USS Scorpion disappeared en route from the Mediterranean to Norfolk. 99 sailors never returned. It was found that same year at 3,000 meters, shattered into pieces. The official cause remains unresolved after more than 50 years. The Atlantic keeps its secrets. The most remarkable thing about these wrecks is not that they sank, but what happened afterward. Hard metal in soft sediment is a rare resource, an anchor point for coral, anemones, mussels, oysters. When coral grows, fish arrive. When fish arrive, larger fish follow. Within decades, a wreck becomes one of the most biodiverse sites in surrounding waters. Human tragedy becomes nature's sanctuary. Modern technology is transforming how we approach these graveyards. ROVs can descend to 6,000 meters, film in high resolution, collect samples without touch. Wrecks once unreachable are now mapped in full 3D by sonar. Yet for every wreck discovered, hundreds remain unknown, lying silently in darkness, waiting. An estimated 3 million shipwrecks lie on the ocean floors, most within the Atlantic. Each wreck is a story interrupted, a journey never completed. Yet, from another perspective, the Atlantic has preserved over 3 million physical records of human history under near-perfect conditions. The ocean does not only take, it also keeps. In the oxygen-poor mud of the Atlantic seabed, ordinary decay bacteria cannot function. Many organic materials are preserved almost perfectly. Leather shoes from Titanic still hold their shape after more than a century. Leather, fabric, wood would normally vanish, but here, time moves slower. Decay proceeds differently. The deep seafloor is the most perfect archive on the planet.
The oldest wrecks in Atlantic-adjacent waters, Greek, Roman, Phoenician amphorae, remain intact after 2,000 years. Inside some amphorae, traces of wine, olive oil, honey still remain. Goods packed by hands turned to ash millennia ago. The Atlantic is a library.
Underwater archaeology is among the most difficult sciences. No true gravity, limited visibility, pressure increasing with every meter, dive time restricted, and the subject of study constantly decaying, looted, or accidentally damaged. Each expedition is a race against time to preserve evidence before the Atlantic claims it forever.
The final stage of every wreck, when coral has fully covered it, when metal has dissolved into sediment, when no artificial trace remains visible, is complete integration into nature. Ship becomes rock, rock becomes reef, reef becomes ecosystem. Humanity builds,
the Atlantic transforms. Nature completes. The cycle has no end.
If you drained the entire Atlantic Ocean, the first thing you would see is a mountain range. The Mid-Atlantic Ridge, stretching 16,000 kilometers, is the longest mountain chain on Earth. Most of it lies underwater, except Iceland, the only country on Earth built directly atop a mid-ocean ridge. At the center of the ridge lies a rift valley, a fracture where two tectonic plates are pulling apart. Speed, about 2.5 centimeters per year, the rate your fingernails grow. It sounds small, but over 100 million years, that is why the Americas and Africa are now 7,000 kilometers apart. The Atlantic is growing, every day, millimeter by millimeter.
When magma erupts from the rift and meets 2 degrees seawater, it instantly solidifies into rounded formations called pillow lava. Billions of tons of new rock are created each year from Earth's interior, filling the gap between separating plates. The Mid-Atlantic Ridge is a factory of ocean floor, operating continuously for 200 million years without a single day of rest. Iceland is the only place on Earth where you can stand between 2 tectonic plates and see them with your own eyes. The Thingvellir Valley, an exposed rift, widens by 2.5 centimeters each year. Divers can swim between the North American and Eurasian plates, touching both at once. It is the only place in the world where you can physically touch the force creating the Atlantic.
Scattered along the ridge and across the Atlantic are more than 800 identified seamounts, underwater volcanoes not tall enough to break the surface. Each is a biological oasis. Currents striking the slopes push nutrients upward, creating massive feeding grounds. Whales migrate along these seamount chains like following a food map. Cold water corals cling to basalt rock, building living structures without sunlight.
Lophelia pertusa, cold water coral. It needs no sunlight, no warm temperatures. It survives at depths from 40 to 3,000 meters and waters 4 to 13 degrees Celsius. Atlantic cold water reefs can rise 35 meters high and stretch for kilometers, thousands of years old. They grow only millimeters per year. A 1-meter structure may be 1,000 years old. And we have destroyed more cold water reefs than we have ever discovered. Beneath the Rift Valley, magma lies only a few kilometers below the seafloor. Heat from Earth's interior seeps through rock, heating seawater that infiltrates cracks, returning it superheated through hydrothermal vents. This is a massive heat circulation system, cold water in, hot mineral-rich water out, continuous for millions of years, sustaining ecosystems without sunlight.
The Mid-Atlantic Ridge is one of the most seismically active regions on Earth. Thousands of small quakes each year, most unfelt at the surface. But when tectonic plates shift suddenly, shock waves travel through seawater at the speed of sound, 1,500 meters per second. Large quakes here can trigger tsunamis reaching the coasts of Europe and the Americas.
The Atlantic seafloor is Earth's most perfect geological book. The farther from the ridge, the older the crust, each layer recording a chapter of geological time.
By reading the Atlantic floor, geologists reconstructed 200 million years of continental drift, from the breakup of Pangaea to the present.
Scattered along the mid-Atlantic ridge are islands, volcanic peaks tall enough to breach the surface. Ascension, St. Helena, Tristan da Cunha, among the loneliest islands on Earth, thousands of kilometers from the nearest continent. St. Helena, Napoleon's place of exile, rises 4,000 meters from the seafloor, yet only 818 meters above sea level.
When magma solidifies into rock, magnetic minerals align with Earth's magnetic field, recording its direction like magnetic tape. Earth's magnetic field reverses every 200,000 to 300,000 years, and each reversal is preserved in alternating magnetic stripes on the seafloor. By reading these stripes, we know precisely how the ocean floor has spread, the most perfect evidence of plate tectonics. 2,000 meters beneath the Atlantic surface, surrounding water temperature 2 degrees Celsius. And from this fracture, water erupts at 400 degrees Celsius. It does not boil because 250 atmospheres of pressure keep it in a supercritical liquid state. This is a hydrothermal vent, and surrounding it is a complete ecosystem that survives without a single photon of sunlight.
Black smokers are mineral chimneys formed when superheated, mineral-rich water meets cold seawater. They can rise up to 60 meters, grow within decades, and sometimes collapse within hours. The fluid they release is rich in hydrogen sulfide, methane, and metals, toxic to most life on Earth. Yet here, specialized organisms have evolved to turn poison into energy. Riftia pachyptilla, giant tube worms, have no mouth, no stomach, no digestive system. They survive entirely through chemosynthetic bacteria living in a special organ called the trophosome, which can make up 15% of their body weight. These bacteria convert toxic hydrogen sulfide into organic energy. This was the first compelling evidence that life does not require sunlight to exist. Rimicaris exoculata, blind vent shrimp, have completely lost their eyes through evolution. In their place, they possess a primitive light-sensitive organ on their backs, capable of detecting faint infrared radiation from the vent, enough to navigate. Densities can reach 2,500 individuals per square meter, almost unimaginable. Kiwa hirsuta, the yeti crab. The dense white hairs on its claws and chest are not for warmth, they are bacterial gardens. The crab cultivates chemosynthetic bacteria and harvests them as food. This is agriculture, farming and harvesting at 2,400 meters below sea level in near boiling water. Evolution invented agriculture millions of years before humans. Chrysomalin squammiferum, the scaly-foot snail, is the only known animal with an exoskeleton made of iron sulfide. Its shell and scales are mineralized directly from vent fluids. When discovered in 2001, the US military studied its shell structure for advanced armor design. Sometimes the best solutions are waiting on the ocean floor. In 2000, scientists discovered the Lost City on the Mid-Atlantic Ridge, a vent system unlike black smokers.
Instead of acidic, superheating water, it emits warm alkaline fluids, 40 to 90 degrees Celsius, forming white towers up to 60 meters tall, made of aragonite and calcite. Lost City has been active for at least 30,000 years. The chemical reactions here produce hydrogen and methane, the most fundamental molecules of life.
Archaea, ancient microorganisms, live in vent waters exceeding boiling temperature. Pyrolobus fumari survives at 121 degrees Celsius, the temperature of laboratory sterilization autoclaves. These are among the most extreme life forms known, and may be direct descendants of Earth's earliest organisms 3.8 billion years ago, when the planet resembled this hellscape.
Pycnogonids, sea spiders, are not true spiders, but a distinct class of arthropods. In deep, cold waters and vent regions, some species reach giant sizes, legs up to 70 centimeters long. This is deep-sea gigantism. Cold temperatures and high oxygen levels allow invertebrates to grow beyond surface limits. Here, the rules of size are rewritten.
Bathymodialis, giant vent mussels, host chemosynthetic bacteria in their gills instead of filter feeding like typical mussels. They are mobile chemical factories. Some species can survive in both methane-rich and hydrogen sulfide-rich environments, earning the nickname dual fuel. In unstable vent habitats, flexibility is survival. Hydrothermal vents do not last forever. When magma shifts or cools, the heat source shuts down, sometimes within days, sometimes within hours. The ecosystem depending on that vent begins to die. But before it does, larvae and spores disperse into deep currents, the offspring of a dying vent drifting in search of another, perhaps hundreds of kilometers away.
Cold seeps are not hot vents, but slow leaks of methane and hydrogen sulfide without heat. No towers, no smoke, only bubbles rising and white bacterial mats spreading like snow. Cold seep ecosystems are less rich than hydrothermal vents, but far more stable, lasting hundreds of thousands of years, sustaining unknown communities awaiting discovery.
DSV Alvin, the legendary American research submersible, first brought humans to observe hydrothermal vents in 1977. When the crew saw forests of red tube worms in total darkness, they could hardly believe their eyes. It is said a biologist opened a bottle of wine kept for special occasions right then and there. This was one of the most important biological discoveries of the 20th century, and it happened on the ocean floor.
Megaptera novae angliae, the humpback whale, 16 meters long, weighing 36 tons. They breach, launching their entire bodies out of the ocean, and no one knows for certain why. Some theories suggest parasite removal, others social communication, others play. Perhaps all are true. In the Atlantic, humpbacks migrate annually from the tropical Caribbean to the far north, one of the longest migrations of any.
Male whales sing, and their songs have structure. Themes, repetition, variation, like jazz. Songs evolve seasonally and yearly, spreading through social learning. A melody born in the Caribbean can appear years later off Hawaii. This is oral culture, No writing, no schools, carried across entire oceans. Balanoptera musculus, the blue whale, is the largest creature to ever exist in Earth's history. Larger than any dinosaur, its heart weighs 600 kilograms, large enough for a human to crawl through its aorta. Its call, 188 decibels, is the loudest sound in the animal kingdom and can travel thousands of kilometers underwater. In just 1 century, we nearly drove the greatest animal on Earth to extinction.
Carcharodon carcharias, the great white shark. In the Atlantic, they do not stay in one place. Tagged individuals have swum from the U.S. East Coast across the ocean to Africa and back, over 20,000 kilometers in a year. Why? Still uncertain. Great whites have existed for 16 million years, long before humans, and we still do not fully understand their migrations.
Siphius gladius, the swordfish, capable of bursts up to 100 kilometers per hour. They do not stab prey with their bill. They slash through schools of fish, then circle back to consume the injured. They possess specialized organs that warm their eyes and brain, raising eye temperature 10 to 15 degrees Celsius above surrounding water, enhancing visual processing in cold, deep nighttime hunts. Manta birostris, the oceanic manta ray, wingspans up to 7 meters, weighing 2 tons. They migrate across the Atlantic following plankton blooms and temperature gradients. They have one of the largest brain-to-body ratios among fish and pass multiple cognitive tests. Mantas recognize themselves in mirrors, one of the few non-primate species known to do so. We still do not know exactly how long they live. Anguilla anguilla, the European eel. It lives 10 to 20 years in European rivers and lakes. Then something changes. Eyes enlarge, the body turns silver, digestion shuts down. They swim 6,000 kilometers to the Sargasso Sea to spawn and die. Their young drift for 3 years on the Gulf Stream back to Europe. The life cycle is complete, yet no one has ever witnessed European eels spawning. A mystery unfolding for millions of years without human observation. Each autumn, billions of herring migrate south along the Atlantic coast. Their schools are so dense that ship sonar mistakes them for the seabed. Whales, tuna, sharks, seabirds all converge for what may be the greatest feeding event on Earth. And when it ends, the herring continue. Billions of small creatures coordinating 1,000-mile journeys through simple rules.
Octopus vulgaris, the common octopus, is among the most intelligent invertebrates on Earth. They solve puzzles, use tools, recognize human faces, and treat individuals differently. Each arm contains its own semi-autonomous nervous system. 2/3 of neurons are in the arms, not the brain. Even a severed arm can respond independently for up to an hour. The octopus thinks with its body.
Hippocampus, the seahorse. Males become pregnant. They possess brood pouches, receive eggs from females, nourish them, and give birth. Each morning, pairs perform a greeting dance, changing colors and synchronizing movements, reinforcing their bond. Some species mate for life. In an ocean full of predators and danger, seahorses choose loyalty. Bluefin tuna hunt cooperatively. One group drives prey upward, another attacks from below, others from the sides. There is no commander. Each fish reads the movement of the school and reacts. Collective intelligence emerges from simple rules. In the ocean, the most effective hunter is not the strongest or fastest, but the smartest as a group. Night over the Atlantic is when the ocean truly reveals itself. Billions of bioluminescent organisms become active. Dinoflagellates glow blue when disturbed. Every wave, every movement leaves trails of light. Boats carve luminous paths through darkness. Swim at night in the Atlantic, and every motion paints with light. The ocean is watching you.
In the heart of one of the driest deserts on Earth, a ribbon of deep blue water stretches like a mysterious scar across endless sand and stone. This is the Red Sea, where two seemingly opposite worlds meet in remarkable harmony. Beneath its calm surface lies an extraordinary story of life waiting to unfold. As the surface closes above us, the light begins to transform. The harshness of the desert fades away, replaced by a world filled with color, movement, and life. It is here that our journey into the Red Sea truly begins. Just offshore, vast seagrass meadows stretch across the seabed like underwater fields. They may appear quiet compared to the vibrant coral reefs beyond, yet this peaceful landscape forms the foundation of an entire marine ecosystem. Every blade of seagrass is part of a vast natural system that keeps the ocean alive. These underwater plants stabilize sediments, filter the water, and capture remarkable amounts of carbon. What seems simple is, in reality, one of Earth's most valuable life support systems. Then, a gentle giant comes into view. The dugong, often called the sea cow, glides peacefully through the seagrass as though it has belonged here forever. Its presence is no coincidence. It is one of the clearest signs of a healthy and thriving ecosystem. Dugongs spend most of their lives grazing on seagrass, moving slowly like quiet underwater gardeners tending their fields. Every meal encourages new growth, keeping the meadows healthy and productive. Wherever dugongs continue to live and breed, the surrounding coastal ecosystem remains balanced and resilient. Leaving the peaceful seagrass meadows behind, we descend into deeper waters. Here, sunlight fades, and the rules of survival become far more unforgiving. This is the domain of the ocean's apex predators. A strange silhouette glides silently through the dim blue water, instantly commanding the attention of every nearby creature. It is the hammerhead shark, one of evolution's most extraordinary designs. Its distinctive T-shaped head is not just unusual, it is an incredibly efficient hunting tool. With its eyes positioned at opposite ends of its broad head, the hammerhead enjoys an exceptionally wide field of vision. Thousands of highly sensitive electroreceptors spread across its head allow it to detect the faint electrical signals of prey hidden beneath the sand. It is one of nature's most sophisticated hunting instruments. Hammerhead sharks often travel in schools around offshore reefs and deeper waters. Their presence is a powerful indicator of a healthy food web, where every level of the ecosystem remains intact. Without apex predators like these, the natural balance of the entire marine environment would slowly begin to collapse. Then, a creature of entirely different beauty comes into view. The giant manta ray glides effortlessly through open water, its enormous wings seeming to fly rather than swim. Instead of relying on speed or strength, it survives through quiet persistence, filtering thousands of liters of seawater every hour to feed on tiny drifting plankton. Nearby, an eagle ray sweeps gracefully above the sandy seabed, searching for shellfish hidden beneath the surface. The brilliant white spots across its back form patterns as unique as constellations in the night sky. No two individuals carry exactly the same design. Meanwhile, the stingray chooses a very different strategy. Buried beneath soft sand, it becomes almost invisible, waiting patiently for the perfect moment. From quiet sandy plains to vibrant coral reefs, rays connect many different marine habitats, reminding us that no ecosystem exists in isolation. Returning to the seagrass meadows, we meet another ancient resident. The green sea turtle has grazed these underwater fields for millions of years, faithfully following a lifestyle that has changed little through time. Every few minutes, it rises to the surface for a single breath, repeating a timeless rhythm shared by countless generations. The hawksbill turtle, however, makes the coral reef its permanent home. Its narrow, pointed beak allows it to reach deep into rocky crevices in search of sponges that few other animals can eat. Once hunted relentlessly for its beautiful shell, every surviving hawksbill today stands as a symbol of nature's remarkable resilience. Suddenly, the ocean bursts into life. A pod of spinner dolphins launches high above the waves, twisting effortlessly through the air as though celebrating the freedom of the open sea. Their playful display transforms the once tranquil waters with an infectious energy. Nearby, a pod of bottlenose dolphins travels in a tightly bonded social group, moving with the coordination of a true family. Through echolocation, they navigate and hunt using sound, allowing them to perceive their surroundings even in complete darkness. Beneath the waves, the ocean is not only a world of light, but also a world shaped by sound. In the eyes of a dolphin lies a curiosity that is difficult to describe, and an intelligence that science has yet to fully understand. For a brief moment, its gaze meets the camera, narrowing the distance between humans and the ocean's wild inhabitants. Few animals embody the hidden intelligence of the Red Sea more completely than dolphins. Our journey now reaches the true heart of the Red Sea. This is a city without streets or lights, yet it is busier than almost any metropolis on Earth. Welcome to the extraordinary world of coral reefs. Every coral branch is part of a living structure built patiently over thousands of years, layer upon layer. Tiny coral polyps, almost invisible to the naked eye, are the silent architects behind this vast underwater city. It is one of nature's greatest masterpieces, created entirely through patience and time. Within these coral buildings, thousands of fish species find shelter, breeding grounds, and an abundance of food. Each reef functions like a self-sustaining underwater city, where every resident has its place. The diversity here extends far beyond what the human eye can absorb in a single glance. What makes the Red Sea truly extraordinary is the resilience of its corals. They can tolerate higher temperatures and greater salinity than almost any other coral reefs on Earth. While reefs across the globe are struggling as oceans warm, these corals continue to thrive. Their remarkable endurance has led many scientists to describe the Red Sea as the world's last great refuge for coral reefs. Yet this coral city is not all beauty and color. Hidden deep within dark crevices, the moray eel waits in silence. Armed with razor-sharp teeth and extraordinary camouflage, it strikes with astonishing speed, often before its prey even realizes the danger. In complete contrast, the lionfish has no need to hide. Its elegant fins serve as a bold warning to every creature nearby. Beneath their beauty lie venomous spines capable of inflicting intense pain. Once again, nature reminds us that beauty and danger often exist side by side. Much smaller, yet equally breathtaking, the nudibranch paints the reef with colors that seem almost impossible in nature. Every species carries its own unique patterns, each resembling a living work of art. These remarkable sea slugs are a testament to the boundless creativity of evolution. Meanwhile, tiny shrimp and crabs quietly perform one of the reef's most essential tasks. They recycle waste and remove organic debris, keeping this underwater city clean and healthy. Their work may seem insignificant, but without them, the entire ecosystem would gradually begin to fail. Here we witness one of the ocean's most extraordinary partnerships. Tiny cleaner fish swim directly into the mouths of predators many times their size, removing parasites and leftover food. It is an astonishing display of trust between hunter and helper, where both sides benefit from cooperation. Every tiny creature here functions like a gear inside an enormous living machine. Remove just one piece, and the balance of the entire reef begins to unravel. In this world, even the smallest forms of life are indispensable. But the story of the Red Sea does not end at the coral reefs. Hundreds of meters below, hidden beneath the darkness, lies a mystery known to only a handful of people. An entirely different world awaits in the depths. These are brine pools, extraordinary lakes of hypersaline water resting on the seafloor itself. Their salt concentration is so extreme that the water becomes denser than the surrounding sea, creating a sharp boundary that resembles the surface of a hidden underwater lake. It is one of the rarest geological phenomena found anywhere on Earth. Most marine animals that accidentally enter a brine pool never survive its dense, hypersaline waters. The extreme salt concentration turns these pools into true dead zones for nearly all forms of ordinary marine life. It is a haunting and mysterious landscape hidden deep beneath the sea. Yet even here, where life seems impossible, scientists have discovered extraordinary microorganisms thriving under these extreme conditions. They survive using unique biochemical processes adapted to hypersaline, oxygen-poor environments. It is one of nature's most fascinating paradoxes, hidden within the depths of the Red Sea. These remarkable microbes are offering scientists valuable clues about the origins of life on Earth and the extraordinary ways living organisms adapt to extreme environments. Some researchers even believe they may provide important insights in the search for life beyond our planet. Brine pools are not merely geological curiosities. They are gateways to entirely new scientific discoveries. From mysterious hypersaline pools in the deepest waters to vibrant coral reefs bursting with life, every layer of the Red Sea tells a different story. Yet each is inseparably connected to the next. Together, they form one of the most complete and remarkable marine ecosystems on Earth. As sunlight gradually returns, we leave the mysterious depths behind and rise into the open sea, where all the creatures we have encountered share the same vast home. From the smallest organisms to the largest predators, every species contributes to the delicate balance of this extraordinary ecosystem. Life, once again, proves its remarkable ability to endure. Returning to where our journey began, the dugong continues to graze peacefully among the seagrass, as if nothing has changed. Its quiet presence reminds us that the ocean's greatest treasures are often its most peaceful ones. A gentle symbol of harmony and ecological balance. In the distance, the hammerhead shark continues its silent patrol through the deep blue water. Its commanding presence is a powerful reminder that the Red Sea's food web remains healthy and intact. Where apex predators thrive, the entire ecosystem flourishes. The giant manta ray continues its graceful journey across the open sea, gliding like an enormous bird beneath the waves. Its slow, effortless movements remind us that survival in the ocean is often built on patience rather than power. A quiet elegance that leaves a lasting impression. The sea turtle continues its ancient rhythm, rising gently to the surface for a breath before disappearing once more beneath the waves. Millions of years have passed, yet this timeless cycle remains unchanged, a remarkable symbol of endurance in an ever-changing world. And as the sun sinks toward the horizon, the dolphins continue their joyful dance across the golden water. Splashes shimmer beneath the warm evening light, creating a farewell scene that is both vibrant and unforgettable. It is a fitting ending to a remarkable journey beneath the waters of the Red Sea. Even as daylight gives way to dusk, the coral reef continues its silent work. Thousands of tiny creatures tirelessly maintain the delicate balance of this living ecosystem. It is a city that never truly sleeps, remaining alive long after the sun begins to set. Gentle dugongs graze peacefully across the seagrass meadows. Hammerhead sharks patrol the deep with quiet authority, and giant manta rays glide effortlessly through the open sea. Ancient sea turtles continue their timeless journey, while intelligent dolphins fill the water with energy and play. Together, they create a breathtaking tapestry of life in a sea unlike any other on Earth. The Red Sea is far more than a beautiful body of water. It stands as a living testament to nature's extraordinary ability to adapt and flourish, even within one of the harshest desert environments on Earth. Here, the limits of life are constantly challenged and remarkably overcome. From peaceful seagrass meadows to mysterious hypersaline brine pools, from gentle dugongs to powerful hammerhead sharks, the Red Sea tells an extraordinary story of resilience, diversity, and discovery. It is more than a sea. It is one of nature's greatest demonstrations of life's remarkable ability to endure. Beneath its tranquil surface, an extraordinary underwater world continues to thrive, quietly waiting to be better understood. Surrounded by one of the hottest deserts on Earth, the Red Sea still safeguards its timeless beauty and countless secrets. It is a natural treasure, one worthy of our admiration, our understanding, and our protection for generations to come. Earth, the only blue planet in the known universe. 71% of its surface lies beneath water. And within those vast oceans, the largest creatures on Earth are alive and thriving. From where sunlight still reaches, to the absolute darkness thousands of meters below, the ocean is a layered world, each level holding its own secrets. Our journey begins here. Humans have walked on the moon, yet more than 80% of the ocean floor remains unexplored. It is an uncharted world on our own planet. What lies beneath is still waiting to be discovered. The ocean is not silent. It resonates with ancient sounds millions of years old. The calls of giants travel for hundreds of kilometers, a language humanity is still trying to understand. They are the largest, most mysterious, and most essential creatures in the ocean ecosystem. Not monsters, but vital links in a delicate balance. Today, we meet them. "30 meters in length, 180 tons. The blue whale is the largest animal ever to exist in Earth's history, larger than any Tyrannosaurus rex. And it still swims in our oceans today. His heart weighs nearly 180 kilograms, about the size of a small car. Each slow beat pumps hundreds of liters of blood through its body. A child could crawl through its aorta. Four tons of krill each day. That is the diet of a blue whale during feeding season. The largest creature on Earth survives on shrimp no bigger than a finger. A perfect paradox of nature. The call of a blue whale is the loudest sound produced by any animal, capable of traveling over 1,600 kilometers. In the quiet oceans of the pre-industrial era, they could hear each other across entire ocean basins. Every year, blue whales migrate thousands of kilometers, from cold, nutrient-rich waters to warmer breeding grounds. They need no maps. No GPS. Earth's magnetic field is their compass. "12 meters, 12 tons. The whale shark is the largest fish in the world, yet it is not a predator. Its mouth, over a meter wide, filters tiny plankton from the water. Immense power serving a gentle diet. No two whale sharks share the same pattern of white spots, much like human fingerprints. Scientists use these patterns to identify individuals. Thousands have been cataloged this way around the world. Despite being the largest fish, we still do not know where whale sharks reproduce. No one has ever observed them mating or giving birth in the wild. Their long, mysterious journeys remain an unsolved scientific puzzle. Gentle does not mean safe. Whale sharks are threatened by ships, fishing nets, and plastic pollution. The largest animals in the ocean are among the most vulnerable to human impact. No marine creature performs like the humpback whale. They launch their entire 36-ton bodies out of the water for a brief moment. Why they do this remains a mystery to science. Male humpbacks sing for hours, sometimes an entire day without pause. Their songs are complex, structured, and change with the seasons. Scientists believe this may be one of the most sophisticated communication systems in the animal kingdom outside humans. They hunt in groups using advanced strategies, creating circular bubble nets from below to trap fish into dense clusters. Then they surge upward together with open mouths. This is complex cooperative behavior requiring precise coordination. Humpback whales have been observed intervening to protect other species under attack.